Welcome. My name is Tamarah Blossom, and welcome to joining me in a Moontime experience. You can light a candle and burn some Palo Santo or sage or whatever you wish to burn, if you wish to burn any incense or anything. And just kind of create your space. So I have here some crystals and a pillow and a blanket in case I need that, and a journal for when we're done to do some journaling. So take the time to get situated. And Moontime is really about the gentlest self-care that you can come to know. And I've been working now with my cycle for a couple of years, where I'm very aware of each phase of my cycle. I call them by different names than the actual names that we know, like menstrual, follicular phase, ovulation phase, and luteal phase. I call them Moontime, empowering, sensualizing, and transforming, because I feel that that's how I feel in those phases. So Moontime is the time to go within. It's the time of death and rebirth, of renewal, of rejuvenation, and it's important to rest. And I never used to rest during Moontime. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was rah, fitness every day of the month. Didn't matter if I bleed or not. And now I take 3 to 4 days off of my regular movement, which is this sort of a fitness movement called Nia, but I also blend other things with it. And now I do some more gentler self-healing yoga movements. So that's what I'll do here with you today. I also want to note that my 3 main days of Moontime, day 1, 2, and 3, I kind of work with these energies. So I work with day 1 being my death and rebirth day. So if there's something I haven't let go of yet from the previous cycle, that's the day to do it. So if I need to do some sound healing, either with my voice or with a drum or some shaking, kind of a releasing of whatever you were carrying from the previous cycle so that you don't take it in the next cycle, just a releasing, like perhaps crying is a good thing. Even putting on a sad movie and crying works. So it's a really letting go day. Now, day 2 is the portal for reflecting on life and evaluating for what's next. And that's the day that I love to journal. I like to review my life from big picture. How do I feel about how things are going in different areas of my life? How am I spending my time? Could I make things easier on myself? What's the frequency I want to hang out at? So like just kind of coming back in, right? And then day 3, if I haven't done it on day 2, the journaling, I'll do it on day 3, or even get more clarity on my vision and my desires. It's really about planting seeds for this next cycle. And if that has all been done, then on day 4, self-pleasure with your vision. And then moving into empowering phase, day 5, I start to do ovarian or yoni breathing and so forth. So, and then, so what I do in those day 2, 3, or even day 1, sort of like, it all really depends on how I feel, is we'll do some movement. So today, I'm going to do some of that movement with you today, and then we'll do some journaling together. I'll guide you with some questions at the end. Today's about listening to my body, and I hope you listen to your body. So what that means is, I don't have a plan of how I'm going to move through right now. And at any time, if you see me doing something and you feel like doing something else, please do. That's your yoga practice today. So let's begin by taking a drink of water. because we want to stay hydrated throughout our moon time, especially when we're losing blood. And let's begin with some womb breathing before we go down into lying down supine. So let's start to tune into the body. Bring your hands to your womb, nice and comfortable. Closing your eyes and starting to go inside of you. Deep breaths. And imagine you can look inside with laser beam eyes. You can look deep inside your womb and you can see, is there anything that I've been carrying in my womb space that's not serving me? Is there any self-sabotage, woundedness, anger, resentment, fear, anything else that's negative and heavy and creating dampness in my womb? And we're going to breathe that out a few times. Let's make a deep inhale and relax down into the earth. Imagine you can exhale down your yoni like a canal down into the earth. Let's do that again. Deep breath. Deep breath, sound of water. Releasing down to earth. Now on this next breath, inhale fresh energy from the earth up. And this fresh energy moves something inside of your womb and clear out again. Deep breath, fresh energy from the earth. Feel free to switch your leg in front for balance. Fresh energy in the womb and water, fresh cleanse. One more time like that. Beautiful breath. Down to the earth. This time we're going to inhale and then breathe normally. Deep breaths. And keep breathing as you imagine this energy spiraling up from the earth. It's coming up and spiraling up your yoni canal. You can even do the movement with your hand to help you imagine spiraling up to your cervix. And it's cleansing. Imagine a bluish, whitish light, some golden light in there. And then around your womb, wrapping and hugging, the earth hugging your womb. And then down, back down to the cervix. And down the yoni canal. Exhale to the earth. Amazing. Let's do some gentle massage on your womb. You can do circles. And then just brushing down, downwards energy, brushing down. Awesome, and then bring your legs out and brush all the way down your legs. All the way up the legs a few times. Down the outside meridians of the body and up the inside channels. Let's do that one more time. Smile to your body. Beautiful, and then let's give the kidneys a massage. Very important organ. And actually, that's another thing I often do, is some kidney breaths. We'll do that at the end. So just rubbing your kidneys warm. Amazing. Self-care is so good. So we're going to come down to a lie down. And just find some small movements in your pelvis and your sacrum. Rolling. You can bring your knees up and bring them in and out. A lot of self-guidance here. So either your knees into your chest or not, it doesn't matter. Just moving your pelvis around your womb. Let your womb move the way she wants to move. Kind of stretch and space does she need? Touch, sound. Let some exhales come from her. And then the invitation to kind of let the body roll towards one side of the belly, and then back, and then the other direction, roll, and back. And let's do that a few times. Your speed, slow, faster, it's up to you, your way. Let this be kind of an organic feeling. Yeah, twist and untwist. And unwinding. You can slow this down, be really slow, and hold it for as long as you wish. Please follow your natural time, your body's way in this moment. Your arms and legs go to where they want to go, and just create that space in the womb. Self-love. A few more times. Breathing. And then we'll stay on one side a bit longer and hold it. So find, almost move into your belly, like come a little further than you think. Come a little further and then start to pull back. And you can rock it back and forth. And see what feels better. Does it feel better to come and bring that shoulder down to the ground? Or does it feel better to actually move into your belly a little more and into that opening thigh? You can check out both. Now stay longer on one side. And just find that shoulder reaching to the opposite direction as your thigh and knee reach to the opposite direction. Nice long line. Deep breath. Create the space that you need, and then we're going to roll further into that side. So bring your hand over and rolling, and let that thigh open right up. You can come up onto your elbows here. See if you can relax the hip muscles here, the deep muscles. And look with your head now. Look to one side. And then look to the other. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Center. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Center. Exhale. Side. Great. And from here, we'll come back to the side of the body and roll back into your back. Find that center again. Just bring your knees into your chest, releasing. And we'll twist to the other side, so bringing knee across. Reaching your shoulder and arm, looking, breathing into that space. Softening the muscles. Slowing down. Exhale, roll the body towards your belly. Come into your elbows. Just find this side. Inhale, center, exhale to the side. Look with your eyes. Inhale, center, look side. One more time, each side. Inhale, center, look side. Inhale. Exhale, look side. Beautiful. Now we're just going to come into the belly here. Let's start with our hands wide. Press into the fingers. And just wiggle, coming up and out of your pelvis. Move the head and eyes. Come back down. Take a moment, resting on the ground. Wiggle your tail side, side. Now we'll come to our elbows. Come up to the elbows. And then push up and away, long torso. Opening the back, press the shoulder blades together and down. And then slowly come down, head to the other direction, resting. Wiggle your tail. Then bringing the hands under the shoulders, and this time coming all the way up. Push yourself all the way up, nice and long. And press your hips back into a child's pose. You can have your knees wider here. Give yourself space. And just taking a few breaths here.
As you inhale, widen your lower back. Feel the breath move in to your kidneys, rib cage, and exhale, soften. Move the breath in. Exhale, soften. Moving energy in. Exhale, soften. And then we'll slowly move up. Start to push into your hands, walk them towards you a little bit, and then stay there. We're going to move up into all fours. And we're going to move our hips front and back a few times, all the way down to the heels, and then up into all fours, and down to the heels. And then see if you want to go a little further, almost like a half plank. And or all the way into a gentle push-up. And this is to get just a little bit of circulation going. So we'll just do this a few times. Feeling, even though you're Moontime, feeling the gentle power. Beautiful. Let's stay in all fours now. And we're going to take a little crawl forward on your mat. All the way off your mat even. And then come backwards again. Yeah, we're doing this to find an organic feeling in the body. This feeling of this natural hanging of the belly. And activation of all those muscles inside that happens when we start to move the way we were designed. So let's find all fours and just start to swirl and swivel your waistline. Come from your waistline, and as if the womb could speak and dance in the water. The non-verbal communication. Where does she want to go? Just letting her move. The flow. Your toes can be curled or just sunny side up, you choose. And then if you wish to, find that gentle form of cat-cow. You can wave your cat-cow. Exhale, inhale, relax the belly down. Exhale to the sky. Inhale to the earth. Relax your jaw. Beautiful. And then we'll take that waistline again, and this time let's just do big circles. Big, beautiful circles in your waistline, your digestive organs moving. And then gentle switch of directions. Beautiful. Let's take a seat for a moment. Just shake out your hands. Let's bring the arms up. Inhale up. Come up to your knees. Nice long stretch through the body. Come back down. We're going to move into some more hip opening. So let's come through a little mini downward dog, a little mini chaturanga. So just coming down to the earth. Little upward dog. Opening the front and then little downward dog. Soft knees, walk those feet down and up. Heels down, squishing down to the earth. Lengthening through the calf muscle, opening the hamstrings. Then we'll take one foot center. Let's place our right foot center and left leg. Inhale up to the sky. Easy, and then exhale it through. Flat foot. And come down onto your knee here. If this is good and you want more, you can have a nice long leg here as well. You can choose to come from a nice long leg and then drop the knee down in a breath or two. I'm going to hang out here for a moment. Hands are on the inside of the foot. If this is too deep, you can have like a yoga block. And if you want, let's drop that knee down, uncurl the toes, and just dropping in here. You can play with your toes by lifting your foot to the outer edge of the foot. And if it's available to you, you can come down here, down to your elbows. This might be too much. Smile to your body, create some space, letting go. What is something I've been holding on to that has been causing me struggle or tension? Where is that in my body right now? Could I relax a little deeper there? Is there any fear gripping? Relax. Beautiful. We're going to shift back into the foot, back into the hands, and press yourself backwards. And just getting a nice long stretch now, again through the hamstring. Important to open up the big muscles of the body that support your womb space. Smiling. Again, is there anything in my body that I've been emotional tension that is coming into physical pain? Notice if there's anything where you feel you can breathe into and release with your breath. What's my body telling me right now? Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. Coming up and out of this and back onto your knees. Take a breath. Little chaturanga. Mini upward dog. And little mini downward dog. Squishing those heels down one at a time. See if you can press your shoulders a little more down to the earth, pressing into the whole of the palm and fingers. And then placing your left foot in the center more. Inhale your right leg up. And bring it forward in between your hands. Whole foot. And slowly dropping into your knee. Or staying high on the long leg. Bring your hands to the inside of the foot. Taking a breath. Lengthening, creating space. If you wish to now, also dropping the knee if you haven't yet. Uncurl the toes. Go deeper here. Ask your body, is there anything on this side of my body that I have been rigid in? Is there ways I've been living my life where I haven't been able to see all angles and I've been sort of stuck in my own little bubble. My ego has been preventing me from wanting to change because it can be vulnerable and scary. Is there something I can release? Is there something I can let go of and surrender into? Can I surrender into more love? And then see if we want to let that foot open onto the edge of the foot, maybe even come down to your elbows. Can I soften more into my body? Can I let go and surrender? Is there any part of me I've been armoring because I've been trying to protect myself? I'm afraid to get hurt. I'm afraid that I'll find out I'm not lovable or not worthy. Can I just let go and remember the truth that I am lovable and I am worthy? The truth that I do belong. The truth that I'm not alone. Breathing that I am good. My being is good. My spirit is a part of source energy. And I can relax. I can let go. I can take off the masks. I'm going to release out of this position, coming back to the foot and hands, and pressing back, gentle. Here, looking for that length. You can feel free to find movement anytime. This is your body, this is your way. What are some archetypes that I want to cultivate more? What are ways of being that I know I can be more? I just need to practice that way of behaving. Beautiful. Let's come back with the knee. Let's do that press one more time down to the earth. Little upward dog. And a little downward dog. Soft knees. Squishing the heel down wide and broad into the shoulders. Bring the shoulder blades down the back. Yeah, let your chin kind of tuck in just a little bit. Beautiful. And then look between your hands. We'll step up towards the hands into a squat. You can have your toes slightly out here. And just hold the squat for a breath or two. And then to go a little deeper here, we'll take one hand to the earth and a twist and spiral up to the sky and see if that works for you. And you can go a little deeper and deeper. You can even grab onto your ankle. Almost like pulling your shoulder down and pulling the shoulder back. Amazing. And then slowly release. Place this hand on the floor and look up with the other hand. And see if you want to grab towards your foot or ankle and get a little deeper. Get that shoulder on the inside of the leg. Beautiful. Come back to center. And this time, we're going to shift our body weight in the squat so that we're actually on top of one foot, on the ball of the foot, and the other foot is flat. And we'll do that one more time, that stretch. And go a little deeper. You can bring your elbow down even. And come to the other side. Switch the body weight to the ball of the foot. Beautiful. One more time with the breath. Inhale, center. And then you can just keep your hand down. You don't have to go to the elbow. This is fine. This is a beautiful opening. Really see how far back you can get. Amazing. Let's just move our squat a little bit. So we're going to kind of walk our squat back. Nice and slow. It's not a race. And then a little forward. If this is possible for you. If not, just stay squatted. You can play a little longer with those twists. Beautiful. Let's take a seat. And nice wide legs here. And start with soft knees. And falling to one side. Opening. And other side. Beautiful. Now, if you want, try one long leg. Creating new space. Other long leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And two long legs if you wish. And then take the hands in front of you and just walk them over on top of one leg. Inhale, exhale, down. Inhale, back up. And again. Last time, exhale down, waving the spine. And back up. Walk the hands. Center, inhale. Exhale, walk them over to the other leg. Inhale. A little down. Inhale up. And down. Inhale up. And down. Inhale up. And we'll come into our backs and feel free to lie on a bolster or rolled up blanket just for that little extra opening of your torso. I'm going to start with our knees open and bring your hands to your womb again.
releasing down to the earth. And really connecting to the earth's energy, the magnetic energy from below, feeling the downwards pull. We're going to hum here into our womb space. So taking an inhale, and just on the exhale, when you hum, instead of just the exhale, just imagine that energy of the hum, the frequency going into your womb and giving yourself love and healing and light, whatever it is you need. So taking an inhale, a little gentle smile. One more, and this time we'll do a full Aum. This time we will do 7 Oms to finish before we go into Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. We'll actually come into our relaxation pose. So take away your blankie. And 2 more Oms to complete the sequence of 7. relaxing in stillness and silence for a few breaths, letting go, surrendering. Scanning the body, making sure there's soft muscles in the face and head and neck, jaw, shoulders, arms, hands, chest, abdomen, back, pelvis, hips, thighs, knees, calves, feet. Wiggling the fingers and toes when you feel ready. Stretching out your ankles, wrists. Stretching tall. And roll into your right side. Ready. Concludes our Moontime practice for today. So bowing to your teacher, your body, and thank you for joining me. If you wish to journal with me, I will give you some ideas on how to do that. I also have a online, I call it my online pleasure oasis, sacred sensuality, where it's this website that is a membership site, and there's a bunch of videos on different things to do in different times of your cycle, breath practices, self-love practices that can help you get in touch with yourself and heal layers and layers of holding patterns and trauma. So if you're journaling with me today, let's review our life. How do I feel about the direction I'm going in right now? Could be one question. What am I spending my time doing, and what are some things that I would rather be doing? Like, what are some things, habits that I would rather be doing? And then let's start there. What are some things I'd rather be doing? Because what am I spending my time doing? Am I spending, a bunch of time on social media or watching shows, or would I rather be going to nature or calling a friend, or doing these self-care practices, or spending time with my family? So what are some things I'd rather be doing? If you can also write down how you're spending your time first. What are those things you are occupying your time with? And then give a couple, quite specific examples of what you could do instead. Like micro specific things. Like one of the things I'm going to write down is chasing my son around, because he loves it. He's that age where he just wants me to chase him, and that's really fun for him. So it's like, oh, why don't I just do that more? Because it's something he loves. And right, it's not something I would think of, because it's not something I want to do necessarily, but it just popped in my mind. So what's something specific? Is there someone you love and you know that they like something? Could you purposefully bring that into their life more? Or for yourself? I mean, totally for yourself. You don't have to think about others here. Or in your work life, is there's this one thing that you could do that would change it all? So, yeah, what is one or two habits that you'd love to do? And then you could say, what is even just one thing I could commit to or change in my next cycle? I could smile more. I could bring in more gratitude. What's just one thing? And let's just finish with something I may not have thought about in my vision or desires, because I didn't think it would be possible, is, so something that I've never really allowed myself to think about because I didn't think it was possible, but something that I would really love to cultivate, manifest, experience in my life is something really big that is outside of my normal thinking. So stretching your thinking here. Awesome. And thank you so much. It can be that short, you know, it doesn't have to be long. You can also journal a lot longer. You could journal about, you know, all the things in your past cycle that you want to let go of and all those things as well. Usually on day 1, that's a good time to do it, the kind of like letting go. And just a quick talk about blood, if you've made it this far into the video. You know, what are you doing with the blood as it's coming out of the body? Because the blood is our life force energy. It carries the information of our body, like it's a part of us, right? It's Mother Earth, the universe has created us, and now we have this substance that is the life, the plasma. And where's that going? Is it going into a tampon full of chemicals that ends up in the garbage, or is it going in a pad that ends up in the garbage, or is it going in a diva cup that you pour into a plant or your garden? So I used to use a diva cup when I learned about more natural ways, and now I'm back to cloth pads, and it's kind of a different experience. It gets getting used to wearing the cloth pads. The feeling of it being kind of like a little wet is strange. So I went and bought this new brand that I had never tried before, so I'll see if I like these. And what I do with them is I wear them and then I put them in a little container of water and I let them soak. And then the water absorbs the blood, and then I, you know, squeeze them out and then pour that water mixed with blood into the soil of the closest place I live. So best if it's your garden, because you're telling the soil with your body, this is my information. I'm now connected through my body to this land. So I've been doing that. It feels really good. I don't think I'll ever go back to anything else. Even though it's a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit more work with having to wash the pads, it has this feeling in me, you know, even like a spiritual feeling of a connection, as well as just like my inner knowing that my blood is going to this land instead of into garbage dump or into the sewage system. So yeah, just wanted to say a note about that. And if you are a woman who, you know, if you're having pain and cramps in your cycle, in your moon time, it's a sign that your body is not in balance. And when I say your body, I mean your mind, emotions, and body. It's not just your body, it's a whole. You are a whole of everything. So if you've been holding on to emotions and you're not dealing with them, then they come out in moon time. And fear and anger and these emotions can come out. So there's lots you can do, as well as diet. Of course, look at diet and exercise. Like, how are you feeding your body during your cycle prior? Are you getting enough nutrients that are digesting your hormones? I'm not totally, you know, like professional at the food part, but there's a lot of information out there you can find on food eating. I also do have like a little map chart of like what are the best foods to eat during your time of the phases. And like I said, I have the Sacred Sensuality online pleasure portal where you can get access to, you know, Moontime videos, empowering phase videos, which is your follicular phase, ovulation, or what I call sensualizing, and luteal phase, or I call transforming. It's the time you really want to transform any of the gunk into, you know, gold. And I also want to say that, you know, even if you don't join my videos, try to live your life more according to your cycles, if that feels good to you. Like, if it feels good to try to retreat more during your moon time, and then in your empowering phase, it's just, you come out there. You're just like, whoa, I'm reborn. I'm a new person. I have all this energy, right? And then ovulation comes, and you're like, whoa, so out there. You're super magnetic. You have like superpowers. And then the egg releases, and then we go into this downward cycle, right? So it's a circle. It comes from your moon time, you're going upward cycle, springtime, very upward rising energy. Then you get to this sensualizing phase where you're like, summertime, it's the great harvest. It's just, you're feeling so good. And then all of a sudden there's this drop and you're coming back down. And the first coming down half is is all right, but then you're getting closer to the moon time. And it's that week, 5 days or so before your moon time, 3 days before, everyone's different, is when it's really important to like get some movement going. So it's either shaking, sounding, even singing, you know, like just let things out. You need to let the emotions flow. Otherwise, come moon time, it can feel stuck in the body. So that's the way I understand it, and has worked for me and many other women that I've spoken to. So I hope that helps. And if you really want to get in touch and get on my Pleasure Oasis, I'll share a link below with my backdoor access that you can join anytime. So thank you so much for watching Tamarah Blossom. Have a wonderful, wonderful light-filled day. Namaste.